Hey everybody, it's James here with Druid City Games, and I'm here with your manufacturing update, and I've got some good news, I've got some bad news, and I have some great news. So I have my notes, let's just dive right in, let's get right to it. So first off, I wanted to say everything looks great. So at Gen Con we saw the miniatures and the dice, and we approved those, and those have been in mass production because those usually take the longest to make, and so they got those done first. We've also gotten our pre-pressed copy. I'm going to be floating pictures up on the screen here for you guys to get a nice up-close look. And everything is spot on. All of our paper product looks fantastic. Everything is bright, crisp, the right thickness. Everything that we wanted is looking fantastic. So the box sleeve, also even in this picture, the box sleeve was done on a digital printer, and that's not what the offset printer will look like, so it's actually even going to look better than what this picture shows. Our cards are nice, crisp, perfect. The ones in this picture don't have the linen finish. They will have that when we do mass production. And then the tokens and boards, everything looks good. These player boards are so good. They're big, they're beautiful. They really bring out everything. It's gonna be fantastic. So let's get to the bad news. We're gonna be delayed. It looks like somewhere in the range of 2 months. So sometime in February is what I'm estimating for now. And so let me get into a little bit of why we're delayed, because I know it's very upsetting, and it was upsetting to us. So back when we got our first insert, it just didn't do the job. It wasn't holding the minis in place. It didn't do a good job of securing the components. And as you can see behind me, I'm a board gamer, and one of the things that really frustrates me are crappy inserts, and the first edition was just was not going to work. It's not something I was proud of. So that set us on a journey. How do we solve this? How do we make a better insert? So we started off with, we just want to make an insert that holds everything in place better. And so as I started reaching out to people and looking at different designs and how we could do that, I came across Noah from Game Trays through a crazy set of events. But you might know Noah's work from Mechs vs. Minions and Wasteland Express delivery service. So his trays, he also does game accessories. So this is something that he does very, very well. And as far as searching for that, at the time it was going to be something that we could still possibly hit our timelines on, even by making new molds, making the designs, all that. Noah really bunkered down and got to work. It's very tough to make those designs work very well. And so timeline initially was, and our plan was to surprise you guys with that massive upgrade. People would open up their box and go, oh, look at these trays. Nobody told us about these. That was our initial plan. And so over the last few weeks, we've had some trouble with the molds, and we've had to go back and do a couple tweaks on the design. There had to be some back and forth, and this is pretty common with these level of trays. And that's really just got us to the point right now where we think we're going to be shipping in December, which would put us in 6 weeks over the ocean, a couple weeks once we get into fulfillment. So sometime in February, late February. Like I said, very upset that happens. No one's more upset than us. We really wanted to get these games into your hands in December. We also, just from a company standpoint, wanted the opportunity to be able to sell our games in the holiday season, and so this decision was not easy. It's going to cost us money, not to mention it was a substantial cost for the designs and the molds. And so we're not passing that on to you. This is just something we wanted to make our product and what we put into the people's hands, something that they would enjoy for the rest of their lives, and not be something that you just throw away. Let me throw away this insert and I have to figure something else out. So with that said, the base, let's look at the base. The base it's gorgeous, it's fantastic, it's gonna hold all the base things in place. Then you've got two of the houses that's gonna hold all the resources. So what you'll be able to do is take those out, put them on each end of the table, set up the boards in the middle, pop the tops off, and you're ready to play. Keeps everything nice, neat, and in place. And then our the other piggy tray, as we like to call it, is gonna hold our piggies, and it will hold all our miniatures securely in place. So nothing moves around during transport or when you're going to game night, things like that. In general, I just want to ask you guys for patience and understanding. It's one of those things where we made the decision at the time to try to get a big upgrade for you guys that would surprise you and be awesome. and make the product the very best that it could be. And that's that's what we're going to hope to do with all of our projects, not just Grimm Forest. And it was a hard decision, but at the time it seemed like the right decision, and we wanted to err on the side of giving you the best thing we possibly could. And so I hope that you guys will have some patience and some understanding with that. And then I also hope that you're really excited, because these trays that come in the game have really upgraded what you thought you were getting into something really, really special. And there's a lot of value there that we didn't ask you to pay for, that's just coming with the game. So that's it. That's the good, that's the bad, and that's the great. We've got everything's back on track again. We're looking good. Production is going to be starting very soon as we finish up the last mold for the insert, for the last little pieces there. It'll all get packaged. It'll get put on a boat. It'll hit the fulfillment centers, and then we'll start getting the games out to you guys. So if you have any questions, suggestions, you want to yell at me, you want to call me an idiot, you want to compliment and say how great the tray inserts look, you want to just, in general, just talk about your frustration, put it in the comments below. I promise I will address every question and everything that you guys have. So again, it's James here with Druid City Games, and this is your Grimm Forest update.